He went there with flowers, a love letter, and a knife. And as soon as she said no to you, your response was to bring out a knife and to kill her.
Yeah, but men have been sick from the beginning of time. So one stupid man's actions.
It's not one stupid man. That's the problem, though, Marks. It's not one stupid man.
But yeah, I guess a big part of that discussion is basically around
you wake up in your
if this
bed
is
and
being linked to the red
you
pill
want.
ideology. So you know this whole incel,
you stay in Wonderland,
TATE,
and I show
men
you
against women type of talk, right?
In a world where every man takes Andrew and Tristan Tate's advice, this does not happen. Everything we preach, from stoicism, self-accountability, emotional control, would have prevented this from happening.
So how did Andrew Tate get involved in all this?
I don't think this is related to Andrew Tate at all.
Obviously, Andrew Tate came up because he's one of the faces of misogyny.
Remember, Andrew Tate's only been around for the past couple of years, right? This guy, this 7-year-old boy, he's obviously involved in a certain lifestyle. He's carrying around a machete.
Like, I understand, yeah, he was carrying a knife and whatever, and that crosses over to street crime life. I get that. There's guys, there are men who have killed women who also said no to them. They're not part of this road life. They're not carrying knives. Do you get what I mean? So this is where that conversation came from, where it is misogyny.
I'm going to say, to me, it's not about, and I know we're just bringing this theory in for the conversation, but I don't think it's related.
I say all the time, your friends should bring out the worst in you. And when I say the worst, I mean, you know, when you're with your boys and you're loud, and you feel aggressive and you're about it and you'll talk to that bitch. Who cares if she says no?
Andrew Tate is one cog in the multiple things that fill up the psychology of this child. Prior to him, what's that guy that had that
Kevin
show?
Samuels.
Exactly. There was that brother there who had his own narrative.
We can have a conversation.
We can.
But don't do that.
But what I need you to do is respect me.
But no, what you don't need me to do a thing other than respect my platform. I'll let
as
you
a person.
Speak. I'll let you speak.
I'm an
but
adult.
if you want to go there,
I'm an adult.
I'm with the smoke. I'm with the shit.
Me
if you
too.
want to go there.
Me too.
And prior to him, there was other guys too. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Andrew Tate is just one aspect of this radicalized misogyny. Do you understand? We're just using this name because a lot of young boys
listen to him
like he's the new face.
Like literally as young as 12 years old.
The Tate brothers were not involved in the fatal stabbing, but it didn't stop critics from blaming them on social media, claiming the event is a byproduct of the Tates' rhetoric. Young men are being brainwashed and radicalized by the influencers.
Marx is just saying that Andrew Tate is not telling him to do that. And of course, I don't even listen to his content. I don't know the actual way he explicitly says, but most of the time, whoever it is that influences people doesn't have to explicitly spell out what they want them to do.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Or what they want them to say. It's a mindset. It's a psychology that they infiltrate in the child. And of course, looking at the ages of these people who are the most impressionable, they're still their frontal lobe is still developing. So anything they're taking in is absolutely, especially if there's in their head, there's a payout, and the payout is power, right? So that's the biggest trick that patriarchy sells men. It's like it shows you that the end of the road here is power. So you need to follow what I'm saying. And Andrew Tate demonstrates that in the biggest way possible.
There's a magical power amongst men, which has been forgotten and lost. When you put enough men in the same room, there's a transference of energy that makes us feel invincible.
He's come true and said, bro, you don't even have to be that guy. You just need to follow these principles and you get everything else. So the average kid is like, bro, I don't even have to be Lang no more. I don't even have to be whatever. Like, I just need to, and then I just have the power.
Subscribe now.